ELI5 Why do horses need shoes? Is this a consequence of domestication? What about wild horses? Horses don't need shoes just like kids don't need shoes. Walking around in the grass and enjoying lunch can be quite fun. A little risky if you get attacked, but you can run away from that without shoes. We put shoes on horses for the same reasons we put shoes on. To protect our feet. And especially if we are working or playing hard on our feet. If wild horses could understand what the shoe did, they would be lining up for them. It's not that domestication has weakened the horse's hoof or leg, but that humans expect more out of them, so we protect them from the labors of domestication. Domesticated horses often do a lot of specialized work which may put extra strain on their hooves. They may be used for farming, or be ridden very long distances, and they were often ridden on hard-packed roads or cobble streets or paved roads which are unusually hard compared to the environments horses typically inhabited. That doesn't mean though that the hooves of horses in the wild don't get injured. If that happens, they're pretty much dead. In fact, back when there were wild horse populations, probably most of them died due to injury at some point rather than old age. It's important to point out that a farrier not only puts shoes on the horse, but before they do they trim and clean a horse's hoof. It's akin to a fancy pedicure before placing the shoes. Not only do a horse's hoof not stop growing just like our nails, things can become compacted underneath the horse's hoof that will cause major discomfort. Regular fancy pedicures with brand new shoes keeps a horse ready for everything a horse will typically do, while also keeping hoof overgrowth under control. Well, horses' hooves are like a nail, it grows out and like our nail can be degraded through work. Domesticated horses are usually workhorses. They pull, work hard, and would work through their hoof, very possibly damaging their foot leg. Wild horses, like the unemployed, are happier, don't do much more than they have to, and don't work through their hooves faster than a hoof can grow. They don't need shoes, since they do their own pedicures. Others have mentioned that domestic horses work, and therefore need help to compensate for unnatural wear. But breeding absolutely plays a part. Feral wild horses with poor hoof quality simply die. Domestic horses with poor hoof quality can still be allowed to breed if humans think they have other qualities that are worth breeding for, since hoof quality to some extent can be remedied by shoes. To add to the many good explanations, not all horses need shoes. My workplace has a herd of domesticated ponies used for conservation grazing. They live fairly similar lifestyle to a wild animal, being kept in an open 30 hectares area of land all year round. A couple of them need their hooves clipping each year, but the natural lifestyle is generally enough to keep their hooves well maintained. I have encountered on the order of 2,500 horses in the last 25 years, and maybe 5 of them required shoes for foot health reasons. Horses that spend a lot of time walking on concrete will wear them. Some types of show horse will have them for a number of reasons. Domesticated horses do great without shoes, except in a few specific circumstances. It's a consequence of domestication. Horse hooves would grind down to their feet on the roads and trails we've created. Hard-packed dirt, concrete and asphalt aren't what horses are supposed to walk on all day every day. They are supposed to walk on soft dirt, grass and leaves. It means their hooves take less damage. Wild horses don't need shoes because they run on all sorts of ground, like rocks, sand, dirt, mud. This wears the hoof naturally. Domesticated horses don't have such a wide variety of ground to run on, so the hoofs don't wear down, so to protect the horse from injury you put a metal shoe on. I'm an artist blacksmith. I was trained by a farrier and have shod many a horse myself. Honestly, almost every horse likes having it done. When they see the truck pull in, they come running over to the gate. It's like spa day, and everyone's getting a pedi. Domesticated horse don't run on wild ground. They're more likely to be housed and run on man-made streets, for instance, which wear different than wild ground. So we give them shoes to let their hooves wear down properly rather than too fast or too slow. 3 reasons: protection, correction, and traction. To protect their feet from hard surfaces. To correct or fix problems with their gait, how their foot and leg move when they walk. To provide traction grip on slippery surfaces like roads or ice. Horse hoofs not designed for roads. Horse turn hoof on high traction road hoof can split separate or crack, get infected. Source: I watched way too much of this channel. Wild horses, on average, run or walk between 50-65 kilometers daily, 30-40 miles. In short, wild horses run and walk a lot daily, so their hoofs wears naturally. Race horses wear aluminium ones for anyone interested. As I was reading this, I wondered if they did because 4 heavy shoes would weigh a significant amount. Just to point out, lots of dogs wear shoes commonly known as booties for the same reason horses do. Our human-built environment is tough on feet,